All right, last example for this one is D. So we're going to look at our denominators. We need to factor them first. So we take out a GCF of a 3 with an n plus 1 left over, GCF of a 4 with an n minus 1 left over, GCF of a 2 with an n plus 1 left over. Now the only thing is this middle guy right here, 4, is technically 2 squared. So don't get confused that the 4 and the 2 are two different things. They should be combined at some point. So your LCD needs the two 2's, the 3, an n plus 1, and an n minus 1 in the problem itself. So I'm going to just make that 4 times 3, which gets us 12, n plus 1, n minus 1. And I'm going to take that and I'm going to multiply that by each of the terms. So there's the first one. Again, leave the factored version so you can see what cancels. 12, n plus 1, n minus 1. You have 5, sorry about that, over 4 times n minus 1. And then last fraction, 3n over 2n plus 1. Now when you simplify, something of each should be going away. So you have the n plus 1s go away, the 12 over 3 makes 4. So we have 7n times 4 times n minus 1, which I would make that right off the bat, 28n times n minus 1. For this one, the n minus 1s go away. The 12 over 4 reduces to a 3. So you can either put the 3 and the 5 together right away, so you get negative 15 times n plus 1. And with the last one, the n plus 1s go away, and the 12 over 2 makes 6. So again, maybe put the 6 and the 3 together. You get 18n with an n minus 1 left over. So these numbers are a little bit higher. So step 1, distribute to each one. So you get 28n squared minus 28n minus 15n minus 15 equals 18n squared minus 18n. You need to totally combine all of your like terms. When you combine your like terms, you end up with 10n squared minus 25n minus 15 equals 0. You're going to have to factor this, but if you notice, they're all divisible by 5, so take out that 5 first. That lowers the factoring that you're going to have to be doing. And then if you look, we're looking for two numbers that multiply to get 2 times negative 3, which is negative 6, and add to get a negative 5. So the two numbers that make that true would then get us negative 6, positive 1. So I'm going to set up my two fractions, 2 over negative 6, which reduces to 1 over negative 3, 2 over 1, which stays 2 over 1. The top goes with the variable. And when you set this up, don't forget you have a 5 in front. So you have 5, n minus 3, 2n plus 1 equals 0. Take each of those parts, set it equal to 0. 5 equals 0 doesn't make sense. N minus 3 equals 0, you get 3. 2n plus 1 equals 0, you get n equals negative 1/2. So you end up with two numbers. If you were to sub them back in, you'll find that they both, in fact, do work. So you can either have no answers, which was the one before, one answer, which was like the first two, or like this one, where you can have two answers.